So I recently got sent out the smart TV / portable monitor, and today we're going to be testing it out. We're going to be doing some actual video quality test on the screen, and we're also going to be attaching it to my monitor to use just as a secondary display. All right, so I'm turning it on right now, and let's go ahead and take a closer look at it before we get into all of the screen testing. All right, so it's all booted up. You guys could see the Google TV OS, and this thing is fully movable. You guys could even rotate it. So you guys could use this in a bunch of different scenarios, whether it's for work or if you guys just need a rolling TV in your giant bathroom for some reason, you guys could do that. So we have a headphone jack right there. We have an HDMI. We have two USB-Cs right here. And I believe that those USB-Cs could actually be used for video transfer as well. On this side, we're gonna have a USB-A port, the power button, input selector, the volume up and down, the brightness up and down, and then a reset button. So when assembling it, it's pretty simple. You guys have a screw right here. It's the biggest one. You guys have these two screws right here. And then on the bottom, we have 4 more screws and then all of the caster wheels that roll around really nice. And obviously, as you guys can see, it's not super heavy. It's really easy to pick up and move around. But the base is just heavy enough to make sure it's not gonna go anywhere or tip over. So you guys could just roll it around just like so. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a closer look at the screen and then we'll hook this up to my monitor. All right, so I do have some sample footage going on in the background and we'll take a closer look at that with the lights off in just a second. I wanna show you guys the remote. So we have some presets right there. We have a back button, home, a mic so that you guys could actually tell it what to look up or to adjust the volume, the setting icon, a quick mute, and your normal navigation menu. So if I go to the settings right now, I'm going to show you all of the different settings that you guys have for display and sound, just really quick. So for the resolutions, we have 1080p at 60 Hertz at max, which for a screen this size is plenty. Here is our color format. We can adjust frame rate settings right there. And then we have a game mode. We have some dynamic range formats and a whole bunch of other settings. And then for audio options, this is what we got. I'm gonna go and switch it over to Dolby Digital Plus. I'm just more used to that one. So I just wanna show you guys some of the basic settings. All right, real fast, let me show you the mic in action. Turn down the volume.
It's already at the lowest volume.
All right, turn the volume to the max.
Sure.
Just like that, we adjusted the volume. All right, and then lastly, I'm gonna show you how you guys could search up specific channels on YouTube. Find Premium Aphid. This is just one of my channels that's gonna pop up, but right there you can see all of my past content. All right, and real fast, I'm gonna put the mic closer to the TV to give you guys a quick sound test. So I went ahead and turned off all of the lights in the room here to give you guys a better look at the screen quality. This is just some gameplay I recorded a while back at the max settings on my PC. So this is going to be 4K footage that is getting downscaled to 1080p, 60 FPS at max on this. But so far it looks really nice, looks pretty smooth, and the colors look really nice as well. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward to a different scene. So this is going to be the same game. We just have some quicker movement going on and some different scenery, but overall it looks really nice as well. Let's try one other game and then some footage I recorded outside in real life. So here is some Battlefield 6 gameplay recorded at max settings. This one looks really good. Even on this TV, it still looks really smooth. So I'm pretty happy with it. Let me show you just a little bit more sample footage and then we'll get to that laptop test. All right, so here's some footage of me driving on the road. And then next up, I have some footage of my dogs. So this is a really close-up shot and has a lot of bright colors. So I think it gives you guys a pretty good idea of what the screen quality is actually like. This is another really bright shot and I think it looks beautiful. Here's a slow motion shot of my dog catching a ball. You can sort of see the LEDs flickering just because of the slow motion, but I thought that looked pretty good as well. So let's go ahead and try hooking this up to my laptop instead real fast before we end the review. All right, so now I'm gonna show you how easy you guys could hook this up to your laptop. So I'm using a MacBook Air here. I have the USB-C going into the side over there. I'm gonna plug it into my MacBook and it automatically gets recognized and already I have a secondary display. So this is what it should look like even in a bright environment. I feel like the screen is just as bright as my other monitors behind me. And it's crazy that this is basically fully portable. I have a wireless MacBook here and then a wireless TV or monitor. I think that's a pretty sweet setup. Anyways, that's going to be it for today's review and demo of the Smart TV / secondary monitor.